Hi. So today I'm outside and I'm sitting at the pyramid. Woohoo. And I have a deck that I want to show you. I just recently got this. I found this on Elle's channel from Sacred Seed. And after watching her video, I kind of forgot about it. And then I don't know where it reappeared, but all of a sudden, I think it was on eBay. Sometimes I'm just browsing to see what kind of decks they have, and I'm looking for the Tildwick. And so I came across this one. It's the Ansata Tarot. It is from 1985. And it is a Major Arcana only deck. It was done by a painter from Frankfurt in Germany. And his name is Paul Struck. And this deck was actually kind of done backwards. They did a book called Astrology and Tarot. And for this book specifically, the painter created the Major Arcana paintings. And then a couple years later, they decided to take these images from the book and actually create a tarot deck from them. And so it comes with this little white book that has like 36 pages, and the sun is really bright. There you can see. It's only in German. And this deck is a bit different. Astrology is the theme of this deck. And it does not follow the Golden Dawn system of astrology. So I'm just going to show you the cards one by one and then tell you a little bit about it. So the theme of this deck is Egyptian. That's why we're sitting at the pyramid. So, okay, card number one. Let's see, do I have autofocus? Yes. Card number one, the Fool. And you can see down here is the astrological symbol. Here's the number and the name. And here we have our Egyptian symbol, the obelisk. And the Fool is associated with Pluto. And I am going to make a video where I go into depth regarding the tarot astrology associations that are in this book, and astrology and tarot in general. So right now I'm just gonna show you the cards. And somewhere is playing music. Oh well. And the music's gone. Okay. So the Fool, we have the dog, we have the guy wandering around. What we don't have is the typical cliff that he would fall off from. So he's just walking around. Number two, and here we go much more into the Egyptian theme, is the Magician, and he, let's see, Magician, there he is, and he is associated with the sun. And we still have typical symbols like the infinity sign. That's actually what he's standing on. It's a snake, it's a cobra, I believe. We have all the four elements. Here we have like the cup and the sword and the multiple coins, and I think he's holding the wand. Could be that he's holding the wand. Yeah. So, and here we have the High Priestess. She's associated with the moon, and over her head you see the triple goddess. We have the two Sphinx. She is wearing a veil, She has the book on her lap. And she has the 2 pillars right there. I love this artwork. Okay, number 3, the Empress. And she's associated with Virgo. And here we have a combination of a medieval kind of outfit. We have a swan and a 2-headed eagle. Oh, by the way, I have found the companion book, the book that was actually written first before this came along, but I'm still waiting for that. So as soon as I have that, I'm going to go into the cards much deeper. So yeah, but we have, since this is Mercury, Virgo, we have Mercury, the symbol up here. And similar to that is the Emperor, and he's associated with Jupiter. So he's wearing the same kind of clothes. Card number 5 I really like because, once again, in a German deck, I don't know if they do this much in English decks, but he's called the High Priest. He's not called the Hierophant. And he is associated with Saturn, and we have a little Saturn up here. And this is Thoth, or Thoth. There are all these creatures from the underworld lurking between the columns. And he has the 2 students, or, yeah, in front of him. The Lovers is associated with, oh god, Mercury. Yeah. So in the typical RWS, this would be Gemini, but here it is Mercury. And we have here the Mercury symbol. We have Cupid with his arrow, we have the man and the 2 women. And the card is actually not called the Lovers, but it's called the Decision. So next we have the Chariot, and this is called like the Victory Chariot, and this is associated with Sagittarius. In the typical Rider-Waite-Smith, this would be Cancer, but I have to say I agree with this instead of Cancer. To me, this just makes more sense. So we have the Centaur pulling the Chariot, and it's like a slow-moving chariot, kind of like a parade. He's not in a hurry. Number 8 is Justice, and that's Libra. And we have the Heart and the Feather in the 2, like on the scale. The Book is pierced by a sword. And what I really like is here in the back, if you see the moon and the sun, they make a yin-yang sign. Number 9, the Hermit, is Neptune. And we do have some water creatures, like up here there's like a fish and some other stuff. And I think this is the Hellhound Cerberus, I'm not quite sure. Now the Wheel of Fortune is only called Fortune here. And this one is associated with, what is it? Capricorn. Capricorn. Yeah. So we have sunshine up here, the snake pit down there. And so when the wheel is turning, which way is it? So there's like this, like swoosh, make it go fast so that we can come up to the sun again, because no one wants to stay down in the snake pit. Number 11 is Strength, and that's Leo. Number 12 is the Hanged Man, and that's, what is that? Uranus? And so he is pretty relaxed. He's playing the flute, he doesn't seem to be in a hurry, and he has the sun and the moon on his horns. Now, Death is really interesting. This is Scorpio. And out of his back comes a scorpion tail. We have another Scorpio down here. And what I really find interesting, like out of his head, there are branches and leaves growing, so there's rebirth. And also all the body parts and bodies down here are also like trees, and there's stuff growing out of them again. So after death comes life again. Now we have Temperance, which is Aquarius. So this is kind of like a one body, two souls kind of thing. And we have the moon and the sun. So day and night, opposites. And yeah, you have to find the balance between that. The devil is Mars energy. And so I can see that there's a lot of fire energy. So that was my battery that just died. Okay, I think we were at the devil's card. This is Mars energy. You have to be careful not to burn yourself with all these temptations. Now the Tower card is actually one of my favorite Tower cards, like out of all the cards I've ever seen. Here we have not just two people falling out of the tower, there are actually 6. And what I really like is the woman in green, because she is not just falling, she's actually jumping out. And like she's ready for this. She is taking a leap of faith. She doesn't seem to be surprised by what's happening. So she's facing this head on. And this is associated with Aries. The moon is Venus. And here the woman is not holding the typical 2 cups or water pitchers. She's actually directing the stream with her hand. So she's guiding that. The moon is associated with Cancer. Thank you very much, because usually it's Pisces, and as a Cancer I kind of feel, yeah, the moon is Cancer, period. So here we have this huge Cancer lobster crawling out of the floor, the bottom, the walking way, whatever. And this card is actually about the path that you have to take. So this is the beginning of a journey. And the Sun card is Gemini. And we have the astrological, like the zodiac circle here with all the signs being represented. And what I think is really cool, like if you see on the stove back there, it kind of looks like a chemistry lab. So this is about transforming something into something else, making something new. Judgment. Well, this is a judgment call that you can't really miss, because this is a huge ass trumpet. And it's associated with Pisces. And therefore all the people that are resurrected are coming out of the water. Like there's a lot of water energy here. And the last card is called the Universe, and this is Taurus. And here we have the typical 4 representations in the corners. We have the woman. We have like a sun and moon thing. We have stars. So yeah. So yes, this is my Ansata Tarot. And I have to say, I really love these images. And I will include a link to a website where there is much more artwork from the painter. He is dead. He died some years ago. And his artwork is surrealist paintings. And they might not be for everyone, but they are truly amazing. So if you want to check it out, just follow the link below. And yeah, I will do a future video regarding tarot and astrology, including this deck and maybe the typical Golden Dawn system, and talk about that a little bit more, especially when I have the companion book and I can kind of compare the two systems. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.